I think this guy did a really good job of breaking this down. Y'all check it out. We're going to come back and talk about it.
If you want to know what a man thinks, don't ask a woman, ask a man. Okay, one of the burning questions that's going on in the dating world. Why don't men want to date single mothers?
You know, a lot of men, this has gone on for a while. A lot of men have dated single mothers, and they've learned a lot of things the hard way. So when a man is weighing whether or not he wants to seriously date and try to get involved with a single woman, he has to say, how much risk is in this for me? And for the man, there's a lot of risk. Okay, so the man is trying to form a relationship with the woman. He's trying to form a relationship with her kids, all right? If things don't go well, he not only loses the woman he was trying to build a relationship with, he loses her kids, okay? Let's imagine things do go well. The woman, when she starts out, she's got kids and she's got a new man. Who's her loyalty to?
Well, the kids.
Okay, the kids have a mommy who's got a new guy. Who is their loyalty to?
Their mommy.
Okay, right. So now this man is in a relationship with 2 or 3 new people, and none of them,
sometimes more.
He's the priority for none of them, but he's supposed to make all of them his priority. See, it's already unbalanced. And then if their daddy is involved and is still alive, that's another factor that doesn't look like it's going to be a win for this guy.
Yeah. But I mean, there are some women who say, my children are well behaved, and they've seen situations where a man has come in, the woman's gotten remarried, and it's been successful. My children are well behaved. I'm not like some, the baby daddy that's hanging around. There's nothing to worry about with regard to that. I mean, it can work.
It can work, and there are relationships where it does work. But there's a lot more of them, unfortunately, where it doesn't work at all. And when it goes bad spectacularly. And see, the man who is willing to try a relationship like this, he has a big heart. That means he's full of love, right?
Yeah.
When it crashes and burns, guess who gets their heart broken?
The dad.
Exactly.
The new dad.
Exactly. So for most guys in this year, 2025, it is a thanks but no thanks. There's too much risk.
There you have it.
Now, the reason I like this breakdown, because he didn't say anything new, anything different. I've said this, other creators have said this, but I love that he did it in a gentle voice. It wasn't loud. He wasn't bashing women. He just explained it in a way that even a toddler can understand this. And even with all that being said, there will still be some women out there who will be mad at this video because the truth hurts. He did not say, or I am not saying, that this can never work for somebody. There are plenty of men out there who have stepped into a relationship with a child and it has worked out well for him. But just like he said, in a lot of these situations, it goes bad. And when it goes bad, the person who suffers the most is the man who went into that situation. I totally agree with that part, that all of those people in that situation will prioritize somebody else. It's just not a great situation for most men to be in. I always say, if a man has children and he wants to blend families, I think that is totally fine. But I believe if a man is childless, that is not something I would recommend. That situation comes with a lot, and I believe you are better off finding somebody that you can build together. If you are in a situation where you had a choice, you have to consider everything that comes along with it, because it's way bigger than a lot of these women make it out to be. And the thing that drives me crazy, and the thing that drives a lot of these men crazy, is the fact that there are so many women who come online and talk to us like it is a privilege to jump in there and take over being a stepfather to those kids. They'll come online saying stuff like, if you want to date me and my kids, you better do this, you better do that. It's that entitlement that drives a lot of men crazy. There are women out there who say stuff like, a man has to earn the right to meet my kids. I know that sounds good coming out your mouth, but it's not hitting the way you think it's hitting. Most men in these situations accept your children. They do not walk in the door wanting to be a father to your kids. They don't even know who these kids are. They're strangers. Most men accept that role because they want you. So when you say he has to earn the right to meet the kids, if the man can get you without the kids, he would take that package. He doesn't really want the kids. I'm saying most men. There's always the exception. But I'm talking about, as a rule, most men don't want to meet your kids. They don't care about your kids when they first meet you. They can grow to love them, but they don't care when they first meet you. But anyway, I love this breakdown. It is just a bad deal for a man with no kids to sign up for a package like that. I did a video about this man who had no kids, and he signed signed up for a girl with 4 kids and they end up having a kid together, and him and his girl is doing great together. So there are situations where it works out, but it's just a lot that comes with it. And as a man, you have to really be careful about how you're going to be spreading out your resources, your time, and your energy when it comes to dating somebody.
I don't think a woman should ever marry a man that does not have a mind to 100% provide for her. If you sit down and you have a conversation with a man as a woman and he's sitting there, he's bringing up 50-50, I want you to come up with 50, I'm gonna come up with, he's not a masculine man. If I were a woman, I would dismiss any man that came up with a conversation about 50-50. Because he's lacking somewhere in terms of his masculinity.
And there it is, fellas. This right here is one of the biggest problems we have in this whole dating world, because we have men out there, usually the older men, out there spewing this type of information. A woman will hear this without no explanation, without no real facts about it, then come online and say she won't deal with a man who does 50-50. And that is exactly why we are where we are. But when a man comes on here and say you're not a masculine man because you want to go 50-50, that is destroying so many women. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this man is a pastor. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking this man is a pastor. That's what makes it even more scary, because we already know a lot of these single women are up in church every Sunday listening to this foolishness right here. Now, I want to be clear on something. I have no problem paying all the bills for my woman. I have no problem with that. I'm an old school dude. It's not an issue for me, but you will never hear me come online saying these other men are stupid because they don't want to do it. That's the difference. I can understand both sides of it. Men like this, they only can see it from their viewpoint. That is a problem. He's just giving these women talking points and he's keeping them single. Men like this have no idea the damage that they are doing to these women. Who cares about what the other women are saying? Those are women and they're going to do anything to protect what they want. This is a man saying this garbage. And that is why I share these videos. I need to debunk this every chance I get, because I need people to understand he's dumping how he feels about himself on all men. And a lot of these older men do that. They believe if they don't provide, they are less masculine. So they then turn around and say this applies to all men. He is not considering nothing but what he know. Now, he's probably got a lot of money because he's the pastor. So in his head, what's the big deal? Why can't everybody do it? Because everybody can't do it, sir. It is a different time. It is a different day. The price of everything went up. Food, rent, mortgages, everything went up except people's annual pay. Those jobs that the men who taught you this had back in the day, those jobs paid you enough to take care of everything and you still had extra money. Those same jobs today barely cover anything. A lot of these men are working those same jobs and barely have enough to take care of themselves, but you don't care about that. In your head, what's the big deal? Figure it out. It is a very selfish and low level way of thinking, and I wish it would stop. If he came on here and said, I would never want to go 50-50 because that's not what I want, fine. But to come on here and say a man isn't masculine because he doesn't think the way you think is ridiculous. I wish these men would stop coming online saying stuff like this to get clicks, likes, and views. I do not think that's what this man is doing. I think he really believes it. But there are other men who come on here and say this stuff because it benefits them, not realizing it's hurting everybody else.
For the niggas who always be saying that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, yes you can. Because I used to be a hoe, but I ain't no hoe no more. So you can turn a hoe into a housewife when she gets tired, of random niggas. Yes, you can.
And there you have it, fellas. So all you men out there looking for a good quality woman to wife up, just know you have some options out there. Now, you may have to wait till she's been tossed around like a throw pillow, but just know you can find you a good quality woman. That girl you see out there dating a bunch of men, sleeping with a bunch of men, jumping in and out of cars like she's the valet attendant, just know that one day she'll be primed and ready to be a wife to a good man once she's done being kicked around like a soccer ball. And people can change, so you never know. But for those men out there who are willing to, roll a dice or gamble on a woman like this, I just want to tell you about a couple things that you might not be thinking about. Number one, when a woman has been dunked more than an NBA basketball, you will most likely never be enough for her. See, you have to understand, all those other men are embedded in that woman. So even though you're doing your best, she will always be comparing those men to you. Another thing you want to think about is, in most situations, it's not all the way out of their system. Yeah, she's done with it for now, but one day that itch may come back and she may need to scratch it. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen for sure, but there's a good chance those street streets will be calling her like a bill collector, and she's gonna want to answer the phone. Also, you're gonna have to fight the demons of those men. So for all the bad stuff those men did, in a lot of those situations, they're gonna take it out on you. If she's dealt with cheaters and liars and whatever her whole life, all of that's gonna fall on your lap. So there's a good chance she won't trust you. Everything you say to her, she would think you're trying to gaslight her or manipulate her. She will always think you're up to something because that's all she's ever dealt with. And because of that, you don't even have to actually cheat on this woman for her to go out and cheat back on you. Because in her head, you cheated because every other dude cheated. So now she's out getting payback for something you never did. And on top of that, you're probably gonna have to deal with a bunch of kids, diseases, and every other thing that comes with a woman sleeping around with a bunch of men. So for the men out there who want to do it, have at it, enjoy it, but just understand those things come with it. Me personally, I'd rather meet a housewife and then turn her into a housewife. But that's just me.
This is what I'm willing to do, Laney. This is my wife, Laney. This is Eric. I love my wife. I want to be with my wife for life. There's nothing more in the world that I want than my wife. And I have moved my shit to Florida because you told me to. Now I'm telling you, you're telling me I keep leaving you and I'm not helping you fight for your kids. This is what I'm going to tell you right here on camera on video for you. I am willing to drive to Florida today, move everything back and pay all the thousands of dollars. You told me the truth about everything there is to know about you and the wrongs you've caused me. I've done the same. And yet here we are today. You tell me you've never cheated on me again, right?
No.
And so today, you won't let me look in your phone. For what reason? Why?
Because it's not your business.
Right. It's not my business what's in your phone. We're married. We're actively together. You can have my phone anytime you want. You used to say I can have your phone anytime I want. That's what you say all the time. Now, all of a sudden, I showed up to her house unexpectedly, and I can't look in her phone today.
No.
Why, honey?
Because
In the rest of the world, what would you think it was?
you're nuts.
I'm nuts. I know.
You really are.
Because you don't want me to see that phone, I'm nuts. So anyway, this is what I'm willing to do.
I am 100% sure that that woman is cheating on that man. 100%. And I know some people may believe her when she says it's not his business. That is all garbage. She is cheating. And let me explain to you why I believe she is cheating. Number one, he said something about her not cheating again, which means she cheated before and he took her back. And we all know when someone cheats on you, that person understands that you're going to have some trust issues. They're going to understand you may have a moment where you want to make sure that they're still doing right by you. And in that moment, she could care less about that. She did not care about that at all. And that is because she's cheating. Another thing is he said he popped up unannounced.
What's up?
See, that right there was the big one to me. Now, if she knew he was coming, I would still think she's up to something. But the fact that she did not know he was coming and then he asked to see her phone and she refused to give it to him, I am 100% sure she's cheating on him. Also, he said she used to give him access to her phone all the time. And now all of a sudden that's changed?
Why?
Why did that change? Because she's cheating. That's why that changed. And the last reason I am so sure that she's cheating in this situation, and this is a big one, is because of the gaslighting.
Yes!
Soon as she said he's crazy or he's nuts, that right there sealed the deal for me. Soon as somebody start gaslighting you in that situation, they are cheating. It's every time. There is no doubt about it. They are cheating. Him asking to see your phone when you cheated on him before doesn't make him nuts. That would make him normal. But the fact that you called them nuts is letting me know you're gaslighting. Nobody in that situation is going to think their mate is nuts when they've cheated on them before. So she doesn't think he's nuts. She just didn't want him to see her phone. I feel bad for the man because I can see he truly care about her. But dude, you lost this one. You gotta let that one go, bro. Throw that one back where you got it from because she's done. She's cooked. And the fact that she cheated on you before you took her back, that to me was your first mistake. But that's not even the point. You need to go and find somebody else, bro, because you just wasted your time with her. And I've been in this situation where I thought the girl that I was dealing with was up to something and asked to see her phone. And when I tell you that girl fought me like Tina did Ike in that limousine not to let me see her phone. And when she did let me see it, she stood behind me to make sure I wasn't going to certain apps. Now, of course, I couldn't prove it that day, but she absolutely was cheating on me. So all I'm saying is that when something like this happens, you can deny it all day, you can blow it off, but it is what it is. I know sometimes we need to see it, but there are situations where it is so evident, you have to take it at face value. And if I was you, I would not take that trip to Florida. Stay wherever you are, figure out what you're gonna do, but you need to do it without her. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on it. Leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.